Welcome to a hypnotic meditation crammed with healing words and suggestions that can calm a rushing body and spinning thoughts. Milton here. During this short intro, you've time to get started to listening. And even if nothing is self-evident, it's at least most likely that it includes your settling down on a secluded place, letting this be your private moment. The goal is for your inner self to feel more comfortable and to find the highest possible degree of well-being, which can be the result from, as in this case, noticing something to appreciate today, even if you find yourself in a tough situation. Making some small changes is one way of making bigger changes later on. And as with all wanted changes, not only making them stay as wishful thinking, actually allowing those changes to take place, unless of course you prefer continuing as before. The first change can develop during a conscious breath, so at the next breath, be totally present in the exchange of air. And soon there comes another one, and when it does, also let go of the type of thoughts that make you feel sad, anxious, or angry. And in a rerun, take a mindful breath where you also let go of all thoughts that have a negative impact on you. There's enough time to do that again 2-3 times right now. See, now you've already made a couple of changes for the better, so we have something to build on. Now you can also let go of unjustified fear, frustration, and restrained anger while still being present in every breath. By letting go of this type of feeling, other kind of feelings have more space to flow freely. And you can feel a release from stagnation and backward-oriented energies and enjoy a more distinct flow forward. You probably noticed that the thoughts and feelings you let go of all origin from the same family tree, as it's unlikely that you let go of happiness, thoughtfulness, kindness, and contentedness. But where is happiness? Is happiness an inside job? And how can it be possible to fuel yourself with thoughtfulness, contentedness, gratitude, kindness, and happiness? Can you yourself contribute in any way to yourself and to others just by blocking some of the backward-oriented forces? If nature comes in focus, exposing some sunlit birch stems, the smell of fresh air, a red poppy with dewdrops, a tiny ant carrying a pine needle to the anthill, a drop of water not quite ready to let go of the end of the icicle. Could such things make a contribution to a more comfortable inner feeling, as assisting the brain to phase out low vibrating thoughts that have caused tensions? Helps the body to start developing an unspecified feeling of well-being. And that feeling of well-being could very well begin anywhere, like in a nervous center, a thumb, or the eyebrows, or perhaps the shoulders are moving closer to the ground, unless you're doing a handstand, of course. But if you don't have any hands, it's very difficult to do a handstand, because it's self-evident that it's not self-evident. That you actually have any hands to stand on. And we cannot assume that you have 2 feet with 10 toes, fingers, hair, 2 breasts, or a smooth skin. Because what we actually have got often falls in the shadow of something we don't have. Especially if we believe in commercials trying to convince us that we need this or that. The Swedish national poet Evert Taube wrote in one of his songs, here freely translated as, "And who said that you shall be the one having hearing and sight?" No, who said that I shall be the one having hearing and sight? that is not self-evident either. So getting down to earth sometimes, and in stillness contemplate over how fortunate we are, how much we take for granted that really isn't self-evident. Like being able to get out of bed in the morning, sensing smells of flowers, enjoying the colors of a beautiful sunset. Such things, aren't they worth being grateful for? And if you've lost the sense of smell or taste, or are not able to get out of bed by yourself, do realize you are listening to this hypnotic meditation and could appreciate that your hearing is good, or at least acceptable. And isn't that something to be grateful for? And the person complaining about the grey, boring weekdays could be the same person that later on misses the grey, boring weekdays when they for some reason no longer exist, because life, in a fraction of a second, took an unexpected turn. Making you think, oh, I only wish that everything could be as usual again. When we learn to appreciate what we have got while we have got it, those grey weekdays repaint in a warm, safe and secure color, representing appreciation and gratitude. Gratitude should not be just a word you write, nor something you mention because you think you ought to, or because it's a topic in a meditation. Gratitude should come pouring out of a true feeling from the heart. A compliment to the gifts of life, even to learnings that hurt, since those hard learnings one day will transform into a gift of wisdom. You have roof over your head, food for the day, hearing and maybe sight too. You have a mind that's intact, a body that works okay or fine. And you have a choice to paint your weekdays in any color. So when looking at the surroundings and yourself with eyes in the heart, more and more things start to appear that engage body and soul in a wonderful sense of true gratitude. There is a Chinese proverb expressing this beautifully. When you drink water, think of its source. When you drink water, think of its source. So, what have you got in your life that you sometimes take for granted? Something that actually is not self-evident. Track the source of your waters and sail on them for a while. And if you find something to be grateful for, invite that precious feeling to stay within your body and mind, to keep doing you good. And now increase the intensity of all beautiful feelings, even more. And from the bottom of your heart, because you have a heart, capable to appreciate, feel, and carry these highly vibrating feelings that will repaint gray areas in your weekdays in colors that leave traces in you in an almost magical way. And let's play with thought now. Wouldn't it be interesting if everybody listening to this meditation had a collective white canvas to paint their new colors on. Would we see a rainbow, northern lights, or a colorful abstract painting? And then it's most likely that experiencing everybody's colors on this canvas would touch us deeply by all appreciations and gratitudes, not the least your contributing brush strokes. Yes, that's right. When you drink water, think of its source. And now I am grateful because you've listened. So I say thank you from the bottom of my heart.